what are the quick discrepancy checks that you should take into picture uh, of this integration. Please mind, this integration is between two Google systems, but there is usually 15 to 20% discrepancy that you will see in the numbers of impressions or even revenue. If your revenue number discrepancy is higher, it also means that if you just follow this slide, there is a point where it says CPD revenue in DFP is not part of the GA reported revenue. So everything that you do through direct sales deal, it is a manually entered. It is like almost a manual entry into the DFP system, so it does not get reported into DFP into GA. So we need to exclude that when you are actually doing a comparison. All said, any type of revenue numbers in GA are from DFP are supposed to be only for directional purposes, as Google says that they should not be considered for any kind of financial reconciliation purpose, right? Because there are two DFP tag, like there is a DFP tag, there is a GA tag. They have their separate JavaScript code, and the firing can happen at different times. The latency might be there. A user might come and the top ad unit, as in the leaderboard ad unit, might have already started downloading, but the GA page view code is towards the end of the page, and it is not fired. It has not fired until then, and the user bounces off. So it might happen that DFP would have counted an impression, but GA might not have considered a page view. So it can be an usual case, right? If there is an iframe, sometimes publishers actually implement their DFP code inside iframes. Iframes usually take higher latency, as a result of which the discrepancies are there. What about passback tags? Because I think it is recommended that passback tags be implemented so that you don't get unfilled impressions. But because of this passback tags, the discrepancies are usually there because the passback tags are always written inside iframes. Okay, passback, as I mean, is almost like a waterfall model where if my high priority line items are not able to serve that particular ad, then if there is AdSense or ad exchange in the as a backup, they can show the ad for that, so that you can get some money out of it, if not the higher eCPM value. Ad blockers in particular browsers, they stop ads from displaying. We have some reports where in Internet Explorer, Internet and the Edge, Microsoft Edge, these browsers, they cause a lot of discrepancies. Then there are AMP pages where the GA tracking might be proper, but there is very less literature on how DFP code tracking should be done on AMP pages, which can be a result when you go and check for AMP ad units discrepancies. Okay, and then if you go and have a look at the mobile web discrepancy values, that will be higher than the desktops, because some of the publishers generally have infinite scrolling implemented, as a result of which what happens is, like if a particular ad unit gets loaded twice, it has started counting multiple impressions, but the page view would be counted obviously as one at that for that particular scroll, right? If it is a first scroll. Okay, so these are some quick discrepancy checks that we should keep in future while we are trying to compare two numbers between two systems altogether.